Hi, my name is Goncalues. Uh, Actually, I'm here to speak on behalf of my wife. She's the one who wear the hearing aids, but I've been with her since she was 14 years old. So we spent pretty much like our whole life together. Um, she lost her hearing, or part of her hearing, at a really young age, and she tries to her mom got her some hearing aids, but of course she was a teenager. She was shy and concerned what people gonna say about her wearing those aids, and wasn't until 5 years ago that she was already married and we have our kids. Then she start she decided to go back and do a test and start wearing those. Um, I could see a big change in her lifestyle. Before she was really shy and she didn't have much of a social life because she was afraid and concerned that people gonna ask her why she's asking to repeat so many times. And of course you don't introduce yourself to anybody and say, hey, I have hearing problems, so you gotta speak louder or something. And she decides to I start doing some research, and I start learning what is the issues that can come behind once you start losing your hearing. Down the road you can become, you can have greater issues so in life. Then I decide to go and talk to her and do something about it, that try to explain to her that in the end of the day what matters is your health, yourself, and our kids. And she agreed to go and see a doctor. That's when we got to meet Dr. K at Hearing Solutions. um, but for us we had a bigger issue because we are immigrants, that English is not our first language. So she doesn't speak much English. So I was the one coming to every appointment with her and translating everything. But the doctors here were like great. They understood the issues that we presented, and they were able to help her and myself, even explaining and be patient enough to maybe explaining 2 3 times until we can understand. And we end up building a relationship with the doctors. Is much different when you don't know anybody, and you get to know people like that, that really makes you comfortable. It's not just a doctor, and she really cares about my wife. And what I saw is my wife was always concerned about anybody, doing anything in her ears. And as soon as Dr. K saw her, she was super comfortable. The doctor, I mean, I would say is not nothing more than the doctor was good enough to make her comfortable, with her uh, looking at her ears, and now she's super comfortable. We could see a big progress, on her learning, English. She's communicating more. She has more social life, and even for kids, one thing that people don't realize is it's not just with the patient itself; it's with the whole family. I mean, the whole family on one sense is gonna suffer, if wife or the husband has a hearing disability. I mean, that she doesn't have to speak loud anymore with the kids gonna understand her, the kids is gonna be, it's gonna calm them down as well, because now they can communicate just like anybody else. So I could not recommend more hearing solutions. To me, they part of our family. They are a big part of the success that we have over here, because we're glad that we find people like them, and I could not recommend them more. I really glad we find this place.